Anyway, your new vehicle.
Okay, the new vehicle will be here, it's projected to be here on the 19th, so our hope, and then we'll take it to Salina to get the cage and the radios and everything put into it, so hopefully it'll be in service here fairly soon.
And refresh my memory, are you taking a unit out of service?
No, because we created that new position with Gunner,
Okay.
so this year we're keeping a vehicle, and then in 2019, we'll be taking one of the 2014 Dodges out of service. And I'll give it to you guys to do whatever you want with.
You might have a discussion with Dan Blair.
Okay. Yeah, he talked to me a little bit, and I told him that was basically when I got done with it, I was going to.
If we
Give
can
it to you guys.
repurpose it over to the
Yeah.
fire department, that's,
Yeah, and that's fine with me. I'll give it to you, gentlemen, for it to be your decision what we do with it. I would like to know when we go do the bids whether we're going to try to bid on a trade-off or, but we won't be doing that for another year, so.
okay.
A little bit short of a year, but for another year. But no, we're keeping the one, because right now we're hot seating the one through as we rotate through. So yeah, but in the building on Monday they put the power pole in. Just need to wait for the meter loop to be constructed and the breaker box put in, and we'll have power there. And then today they were projected to be there to start trenching the gas line in to the building. I don't know how long that's going to take, but that should be this by the end of this week. We should have utilities at that building. Brock was working on getting over to do the remainder of the concrete work, the sidewalk out front and the
east
approaches.
side, yeah.
And the approaches. So this week it should be 90% complete by the end of this week. So just waiting for details and guardrail and stuff.
Did you have a discussion with Bird City Council about utilities?
Yes. I talked to the Bird City Council. Of course, their attorney Rachel is going to type up the thing or whatever. I reached an agreement to bring over for you guys and Leslie to look at and agree to. They would be providing the water and the sewer, the trash service, snow removal when it snows, and half of the internet bill for the building. We'll pay for half the internet bill, the natural gas and electrical.
Okay.
This is the agreement that we have. So.
You said they'll pay half the utilities?
They're going to pay basically we're getting free water, free sewer, free trash service, and half of the internet bill. Then we're paying the gas and electric and half the internet bill. So that's
We're paying gas and electric.
we're paying the gas and electric, which I had, I talked to Midwest. They're supposed to be getting me some estimates of what it would cost. Of course, in that back area, we don't plan on, there's a heater there, but we don't plan on using it unless it's something like this storm that came in and we wanted to keep it warm in there. We don't need to keep what we're keeping back there heated all the time. It'll be as needed, so that will help keep our electric bill or our gas bill low. So.
Okay, back to the memorandum of understanding between Bird City and the Cheyenne County Sheriff's Office and the Cheyenne County Board of Commissioners. Do I hear a motion to go ahead and approve this agreement?
Go ahead.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Would you like for me to take this to the city, or do you want Scott to mail it to him, or how do you guys want to do it?
Scott.
For them to
Doesn't
sign?
matter, you're going over there anyway, aren't you?
Yep,
Safe as a stay up there.
because they've already approved it. I think the mayor just needs to stop by and sign it, so
Okay.
I will take that with me over to the city and get that done, and then I'll have them mail, or give me the original to bring back to Scott, whichever way works best, so.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I have. If you guys don't have anything for me.
All right, thank you, Cody.
Oh. the fire department wants to know about if you trade pickups.
Yeah, and like I said, when I get done, like I said, this time we're not getting rid of a vehicle this cycle, but next cycle we will. And what I'm going to do, I think the fairest, best way to do it is I'm going to bring, basically in, Scott already has the title and stuff. I'll just say, I'm giving it back to the commissioners to do whatever they seem fit. If it's give it to the fire department, if it's sell it to the fire department, whatever you guys decide to do, whether it's sell it at an auction, I'll just give you guys figuratively, I'll give you guys the vehicle back to do whatever you guys choose when I'm done with it. So,
Speaking of fire vehicles, Dan's having some problems with his small trucks, his brush trucks.
Mm-hmm.
But he says Bird City has one the same year that you're not having too much trouble with as far as squirming down the road.
I'm not going to say we're not having any trouble with it, but it seems like we don't have the same amount of trouble. But it's hard to keep it between the lines sometimes. It's
With a load.
with a load.
Same without a load.
Without a load, it's not as bad, but when you get a load on it, it's not the easiest to keep on the road. And I don't know if maybe theirs got torqued one time when ours didn't get torqued. Obviously, if you look at terrain, they're in a little bit rougher terrain more often than what we are.
You have any idea how many miles are on that one over there?
I would say,
I'm wondering if are the ball joints getting,
I don't know.
but they said they checked all that.
I've noticed that ours, when it was brand new, was squirrely.
Really?
It just didn't seem like it was baffled right or something. It just seemed squirrely when it was new. But yeah, but ours has. I could easily say it's got less than 20,000 miles on it, but I don't know how many miles it's got.
These have what, these say 15,
12 and
16?
13.
Yeah. So
So it's probably less.
yeah. So, but
I
yeah,
just wondered if you guys are doing anything different that
well, I think, like I said, I think there's a couple factors, and one of them would be, you look at the terrain up north, compared to our, we have some rough terrain too, but they're in rough terrain more than we're in rough terrain, and that puts extra wear on them that we don't have. So, but it's, you got to keep on top of it when you're driving those, well, at least on ours. So. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thanks,
Guys,
Jose.
have a good day.
Commissioner, can he just sign it?
They do make these in triplicate.
I didn't know we had this many people working for us. Who is the largest employer in the county? Is it us or the hospital?
Is it
was
East
gonna
End? Oh, the
Go back and
hospital?
look.
I
Oh, did
think
you?
the hospital is probably bigger. I think that's what I think. It's
Thank you.
like 60
Yeah, probably.
maybe. And what are you, 40, 45?
How many employees do we have?
Without EMS and fire, just very rough, I'm gonna say between 50 and 60.
How many does the school system have? Quite a few, for your bus drivers.
Not as many as they used to, but we've gone down to just one class for kindergarten, or kids for kindergarten. What a few. House manufacturing used to have a whole lot too, and I don't know what they've got today. What the village has the most.
Yeah, I bet the village is up 50, 60s.
Yeah.
When you run 24 hours a day, you get a lot of people.
Do you want to do this resolution? Sure. Is that one up for Ryan?
Fleming not coming in today. Fleming not coming in today.
Probably should.
As soon as we're done here, you call for adjournment.
That's what I'm figuring on.
Haven't heard or seen anything.
Okay, go ahead and hear a motion to go ahead and approve Resolution 1808, which declared a disaster on April 13th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay, do we have any other matters before the board this morning?
Afternoon. This afternoon. Next afternoon.
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. That's part of these meetings.